The new Doechii album that's also streaming on Apple Music, it's called Alligator Bites Never Heal. Yo, we've been talking about her for the past few weeks. These like Lucy she was dropping on like socials, on YouTube, like, and my take was that like, bro, she's definitely one of the nicest out, period. Like she has like greatest of all time potential if she keeps this up.
That's heavy.
What's up, my friends? Welcome back to the Rap Life Review. I am Nadeska. I'm holding it down for Ebro this week. Lowkey is here with me on the couch, and Eddie Francis is out there at Eddie Francis HQ. What's up? I missed y'all.
Francis, you know what I'm saying? Hold up, though. Nadeska's back. Hold on, man.
I feel like I haven't been here in a month. It's crazy.
You still work with us?
Yeah, listen, so I've been trying to follow my study abroad dreams. Yeah. I was like checking out our offices in like Berlin, in London, and I feel like I want to spend my summers in the Berlin studio. The people are really cool. I think you guys should all come over, but we could talk more about this later. Lowkey, happy birthday.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Hey.
Appreciate it. Love to work on my birthday. Love to work on my birthday.
Man, we dudes, man. Birthdays don't mean nothing to us, man.
Love to work on my birthday. Nice and early, no drinks.
You know there's nowhere else on earth you would rather be than celebrating with us here.
42 years old, right here on the couch.
Get in Lowkey's comments and wish him happy birthday. Send some love for once. I missed a lot while I was away. Mm-hmm. We're going to start with a couple of the comments from the last episode and jump into some big album reviews we have on this episode. But first one, we want to thank a fan. I think it's Koi Sentu. He says, I'm 38 years old. I work in a call center and I'm fighting for my life. But hearing what Eddie said and seeing where he's at is a big inspiration. So thank you. So shout out to Koi. I'm guessing you were sharing some life stories, Eddie?
Well, they got on me because we were talking about the 10-year anniversary of Before Rodeo, and they were asking me, what I remember from it. And I was like, fam, like I was working in a call center. Like I wasn't up on music. Like there was like a 2-year period. I was just trying to stay above water. So I wasn't locked into everything. And I briefly brought it up. And that ended up being like the #1 comment, man. So shout out to my bro, man, because you never know what blessing might be around the corner, man. But stay with it. I've been a janitor. I done worked at call centers. Like you see me here now, man. But bro, it's been struggles at moments, man. So stay up, my boy.
We love some inspiration to start the show, Eddie. Appreciate you.
Of course.
I think it's an exciting week. So we're going to talk about 2 big album releases. And it's crazy when there are like 2 albums that I feel like we have all enjoyed. Yeah. Doesn't happen super often. So let's start with the Big Sean album. It's called Better Me Than You, that is streaming now on Apple Music. Yeah. I saw there were some comments from last week. So you guys were talking about him. Mm-hmm. Style Like Mike says, Big Sean has nothing to prove with anyone. We need to switch the conversation to appreciate these older artists as they age because they're the only ones releasing quality music anyways. One more person added, I don't understand the Big Sean discrepancies. The music is always at a quality level. Again, I'm not sure what I missed in that. So should we just quick recap and we jump into the album?
It wasn't about how we felt, because I think we were all on the same accord of we enjoy Big Sean, we enjoy watching the growth. There's that comparison of other artists that came out in his era, and Lo was talking about how Sean himself was, he doesn't release music as much, and that's a game that a lot of people don't play right now. So we're talking about the narrative around Big Sean, but we all enjoy the music. We're glad that he waited for the album, and I think the album is strong, man. You got 21 songs on there. It might sound kind of corny, but my favorite one is Who Are You, Superstar. Mm-hmm. I just like that he sampled that Usher again, man. That remind me like when they used to make real deal, like lighthearted, fun, I want to dance, I want to move singles. And I don't know if that's dated now or whatever, but that joint was fire for me.
No, I think, with this whole rollout with Sean, I think there's a lot of pressure on him. I think there was a lot of pressure just around his class of artists that he's been affiliated with, like from the Wale's, the Drakes, the J. Cole's, those guys and how much they put out music. But I think him having this album finally out the way and out to the public, I think there's a big, big load that's just off him right now. You've seen how emotional he's been leading up to this project. It kind of leaked maybe like I think a month or 2 ago. A bunch of those records aren't. Well, a couple records are on there in their finish and everything, but I think this is a big stress factor that's just off him. I think for the last couple of years, he's just been in his head, mental health-wise, just had his kid, which he dedicated on on the album. But I think this is a very, very grown, disciplined. I think it's very, very just to the point, very, very authentic. And a lot of people may look at it like, oh, it's too many mental health rap bars and this, that, and the third. But you want that from an artist like him who we've seen grow, who put out beautiful projects before, who can rap his ass off, make great songs. and it's good to see him to address all those issues that's, you know, been leading up to this moment. So I think he's finally had that brick, that house off his shoulder, and I'm glad to see that, you know, he can express and give us, I think, some of his best work. But that's just, you know, that's just me.
Yeah.
But that's what Sean's been on for a minute. Like, he's been on that mental health, on, you know, on that growth, on being a father, being dedicated to his lady, and that's just, you know, we have these conversations about wanting artists to grow, and you know, there's even other conversations, like we're seeing artists that are even older than him. Like, I've seen Beanie Siegel went viral this week because he's opening, was it like a sandwich truck or something like that?
Yeah, it's a food truck.
Man, we like these folks. I mean, Big Sean's not there yet. We like them becoming unk, and we like them maturing. And, you know, the rappers before them didn't get those opportunities. It was, if once you got done making hits, we were done with you. But like all these older artists still being on tour and put these little concerts together, making albums about the growth, being fathers, doing other endeavors, like all that's beautiful. But Nadeska, what'd you think of the album?
I love the album. So I was gonna say, to your point, I think in terms of like our top tier artists, the older ones, people in the generation above, like the Sean or Cole, being able to sort of age gracefully in hip hop. I mean, so Nas, I feel like he did it on Life is Good. That's what the album was, right? I love that. And then Jay, not really till 444. So I think that, yeah, you're right. We haven't had a lot of examples of artists being able to do this. But I think Sean started this conversation on the Detroit 2 project like 4 years ago. Yeah. So I don't think it should be so shocking to anyone, but this does feel like his most complete body of work in this new headspace that he's in. Whereas like the first few albums were a lot more fun. Yeah, I think he's super thorough on this. Honestly, he even addressed things I've been curious about as a fan. For example, him dating so many pop stars or actresses.
Lena Waithe calling him Brad Pitt.
Even small things like that. Yeah, the Black Brad Pitt comment. I was like, I've wondered like how he's thought about like the perception of him during that phase. Him talking about people betraying him more in business and then making the decision to fall back, which is, he pointed out that that's different than falling off.
Yeah.
And I think that's an important distinction to make, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like you actively choosing to not release or be at the pace of someone like a Drake, because you've been through too much behind the scenes. So I feel like I got all of that from him on this album. And as a fan, a longtime fan of Sean, I really loved it.
Listen, you summed it up just perfectly.
And I think the best sample on the album is on Boundaries. Are any of you guys Cleo Soul fans?
I saw that.
Hell yeah.
Listen.
Cleo Soul.
Listen. When we do those like wrap ups at the end of the year, the Apple Music wrap ups, she's like always in my like top 3, and I try to like fudge it. I'd be like, yo, DeLorean, can you just like edit the... Anyway, him sampling her on Boundaries, I was tripping when I heard that. That song is amazing. Yeah, overall great album from Sean, man.
I'm fucking with it. I'm fucking with it.
And he sounds like
See, this is what we missed you, Nadeska. See, this was a beautiful take. Like, we ain't had that. We had too much like big dude energy.
What are you talking about?
That's
it's usually you. That's what you did. That's usually you.
No, we know who it is, Mr. Lowkey.
I'm not. I'm very calm. This is like y'all like to just like jump out the look. Why are you growling? See, exactly. That.
I missed your grumpy ass. I did miss you.
I'm not grumpy. Like, see, like when I'm too happy, then it's just like, oh, he likes everything. When he's not,
it's your birthday. It's your birthday. You need to come with the birthday outfit on.
And I'm at work.
Come on, bro.
Where are the drinks at? Where's the champagne? Where's the cake? See this?
Point to me when you too happy.
Huh?
Let me find it. I just want to find the too happy. Show me that.
Only reason why you happy because you better go play video games.
Oh, and I got to go to the office. Then I'm going to play video games. NBA 2K out. Yeah.
See?
So it's so funny. As we're talking about artists getting super introspective on their album, so I feel like I got to know Sean a lot better on this album, and also Doechii on her project. And I just feel like there's a lot of inner dialogue. There's like a whole song where she's like talking to herself and going back and forth.
River is Denial.
Yeah, man, we got to jump into this project. It's so dope. But literally, when I try to think, I'm listening to it, I'm just thinking about Eddie. Like, Eddie, do you have any serious internal conversations with yourself? I can't really
picture it. She's calling you crazy.
I'm dead ass. He's just always such in a good mood, and I appreciate it. But he's like so also excited for things. There's just like a childlike joy about Eddie that I can't.
I can't trust anybody who's excited all the time. There's something there's something wired that's not like.
You get
something going on over there.
I'm 100% at all times.
Something going on over there. I don't like that.
But don't get it twisted. Y'all see a happy side. There's a whole nother side that I choose.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't like that. Like it's too like if it's like that happy, I don't want to hear you like have a bad thought while listening to like DMX or like Eminem, like something like that.
No, I mean he just gets angry when you say silly shit. But I just don't think silly shit all the time. Like at home, like worrying about his day or being stressed. I just don't see it. But anyway, at least we get to enjoy it in the music, right? Eddie's not that guy, but we appreciate your take. So the new Doechii album that's also streaming on Apple Music, it's called Alligator Bites Never Heal. Yo, we've been talking about her for the past few weeks. He's like, Lucy, she was dropping on like socials, on YouTube, like, and my take was that like, bro, she's definitely one of the nicest out, period. Like she has like greatest of all time potential if she keeps this up.
That's heavy.
It is, but in terms of just like her skill and the way she puts songs together, to go from like rapping the different flows to straight into singing. Like there's a song where she's like rapping, I'm like, oh, this is hard. And then she starts singing on the hook. I'm like, this is...
I forgot, like there was so many songs where there was one song, like to your point, I thought it was SZA singing. And then she comes in and starts rapping. And I'm like, I had to go look at the song. I'm like, this is all her. So like,
hip hop.
Go ahead.
Hip hop by the numbers did a breakdown, and I'm gonna have the 1% off, but I think it was like 51% was rap, 49% was singing, or it was the other way around.
Right.
So it's basically like a 50-50 project of both her rapping and singing, and the difference between her, because rap has turned so melodic that we interpret a lot of these artists as singers. It's like, nah, she's one of those, like those CeeLos, those Lauryn Hills, like those Missy Elliott's that are actually rapping and singing. Like this isn't just humming along. And it's such a, like, so many things are happening on this project. And what is a testament to is talent. Like she just has the raw talent, like period, point blank. And something we alluded to last week, she's in the right situation with the right label, with the right people that will help maturate and maximize her talent. Like to their credit and sometimes to their fault, TDE sits on their artists and lets them develop albums. They're one of the few labels that it's about the greater art than about chasing the dollar, the streams, the TikTok. It's beautiful to see. Now, I will say everybody can't play that game, because what we don't understand about the music business is it is a business. We like to think it's the art, but like everybody here wants to make money. And, they've had issues with SZA speaking out about them and other artists like upset because they can't release their music. But when it's done right and we can sit on somebody like Doechii, like I've been hearing about her myself for about 5 years. And I went to a Doechii like party 4 years ago that was supposed to be like, I don't know if it was a launch party, if it was like an introductory party to who she was to the world, but to not have an album and you have a party 4 years ago about this artist and to release this body work. And I can't remember if it was Top that said it, but one of the execs said, TDE was saying how this album reminds them of, I think it was Section 80.
I think it was Top that said that.
Yeah, Section 80. And those are lofty, heights to try to reach. But you can see what they're trying to do is they want people to create the best project imaginable, and to sit on this. And this is like your introduction to the world. I just hope people are receptive to it. But the beauty of it is, since this is your first project, this ain't got to be your biggest. You're just getting people warmed up, and that's beautiful to see.
No, I mean, the biggest compliment I've heard all weekend was what she just said. Like, this is giving me greatest of all time.
In terms of her actual talent and her ability
I'm right there with you, but like, I really just sat and listened to it, and I'm just like, the vulnerability, the authenticity, the production, the song structure, like her song making ability, her raw vocal, her raw talent to rap, to write,
there's even the spot where she's talking about Get Top on the phone, and then she keeps singing it and turns it into like a little classical. Oh my God, it's crazy.
Like Denial's the River is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
That song's great.
Boiled
I still
Peanuts.
like Nissan Altima.
Yeah, it's just like Lil' Kim will be proud, Andre 3000 will be proud, Lauren will be proud, Missy will be proud, Jay will be proud, Kendrick will be proud, fucking Prince will be proud, like Jesus would be proud, like God damn, like bro, like, and it's like I can't really remember where I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna just lock in. Like we've been talking about Doechii for about a month and a half, and it's just like for her to come out the gate, I gotta fall back with her opinion. Like this is definitely giving inklings of greatest of all time type shit, and it's no slight to any other artist, no slight to any other female rapper, but like she's setting that bar sky high. And anyone else that's going to release this year, like, that's your bar. Male or female, I'm sorry, that's your bar.
And the onus at this point, because yes, we work in the media and we work in music and we work for Apple Music specifically, but now as a fan, the onus is on us. Like, people complain, especially people our age, a little bit younger, a little bit older.
Yeah.
It's like, where's this? Where's that? Oh, they're not rapping.
It's right here.
Well, now the power's in your hands. Stream it, support it, watch the videos. Like, if these people don't succeed the way we feel they should, it's on us, the consumer, because then they'll look and be like, look, we gave you a great project from a new emerging artist, and it was on y'all to support, and you didn't. So now the power's in everybody's hands.
Yeah, this is a great case study. You know, I feel like we're constantly having that debate about who's the next, I don't even know what we call them now. The Drake, the Cole, the
next
Kendrick.
star,
Who is that next? There's never a definitive list. We always have issues. I feel like here's the perfect nomination. And I'm not saying she's obviously the only one. Yeah. There are a lot of other talented artists out, but like this is the one. She shows you all the talent. And also she's strong-willed, which I think is really, really important for an artist who wants to be in this for some greatest of all time shit. Yeah. On that same song, Denial is a River, I think, she's talking about the label. I don't know if she means TDE or like, the label above the label. It doesn't really matter. About them wanting her to do more TikToks and whatever, and her saying, I don't care what y'all are talking about. I'm going to ignore this and stick to my plan. It takes a very diligent and strong-willed person to be able to stand up and say, no, I'm going to just do what I want, even if it's not working as quickly as you guys would like it to. So I'm all in on Doechii, man. She's dope. This project is excellent. It's called Alligator Bites Never Heal, because of course she also had to have a great title. You can stream that on Apple Music. I don't even know where to go from there.
Also, new album, Trade the Truth, Crowd Control. Make sure you check that out. Trade the Truth has been doing it for God knows how long, and it's still going strong. Some dope joints on there, but make sure you check that out. Trade the Truth, Crowd Control, streaming up on Apple Music.
We doing that? Hold on, let me jump in then. We gotta do Mozzie, Brash Dummies.
Talk to him.
Bring it over to California. Shout out to the fella. Never disappoints, man. I love me some Mozzie. I think he's over on Yo Gotti's label right now, man. So shout out to the homie.
What else we have out? A couple singles, some quick shout outs here. Lil Yachty and V's have a new track out, Sorry Not Sorry. Another ASAP Rocky joined Taylor Swift. More Cordae.
Video crazy.
You like this one?
The video for that is crazy. Like, bring back weird ass videos. I love that.
I think he got you.
I don't need to see you and your homies at a gas station with a whole bunch of guns. And we gotta have a gas station conversation. Why y'all take so many photo shoots at gas stations? Why so many like pictures and stuff at gas? These women can't even get gas no more, man, because a whole bunch of just dudes hanging out the gas station all day for Instagram. Yo, man, like even rappers now, y'all be in the gas station taking hella pictures. Listen, go home, y'all. People just want some nachos and we want to put 10 on 15. Like, move.
Where do you be getting gas at?
Listen, bruh. Follow rappers on IG. They always be at the gas station.
That's your first problem. Following these on IG. That's why you're so upset.
Lo, I'm sorry. I'm doing my job. I interview young rappers.
The fuck? I ain't no goddamn IG looking at gas station pictures.
It's so many of them. I will call some of y'all out, but I don't want no problems.
So a couple other joints. Cordae and Anderson .Paak.
I feel like they're going to drop an album.
I was gonna say, is it them or is it him? Because I feel like we haven't had a Cordae album in a minute. I thought this would be up to his release.
I would think it's gonna be like them two.
Oh, really? It's a joint project.
I think. I don't know. Like I think they dropped a previous one.
Oh, but then the one he dropped with Wayne, that was just a Cordae thing, right? I don't think.
Yeah, that was Cordae featuring Wayne.
I don't know how much people still care about these things. I'm always curious. Like to the average fan, when there's an album that you really love, like does it matter to you how well it's doing in terms of platinum status and things? For example, ASTROWORLD, incredible album. I love this. So now every song from ASTROWORLD, which is Travis Scott's third album, is officially platinum. That's kind of a big deal, right?
Listen, man, we talk a lot about the failings of hip hop. And first of all, bro, like I'm confused about people that are fans of stuff that like to watch artists and things within that fandom fail. Like there's an infatuation of posting people's numbers and be like, look, this album didn't do that good. Or like, look, like this person's crashing out. We should all be fans, and we should take these moments as W's for the culture and the W's for people that like high quality music. And for an album to have all the songs, do that many numbers, that's a testament to Travis Scott, to his career, how great that album is, how he's still impacting music and work. And we have these conversations about, you know, stars, and we always talk about that generation of Kendrick, Drake, and Wale's, J. Cole's, whatever. There's a tier underneath that, or that is younger, not underneath it, but younger. And Travis Scott is the shining star of the people that are younger than them that are superstars. He's a current superstar in music and in hip hop and in that space. And there was a time where it was kind of confusing people because it is very melodic. Travis never going to give you like bars like that, but what he is going to give you is sonically perfect albums. Like when you hear, and you know, part of that is coming up in that Kanye West, farm system where like their sound quality is never going to be second with those boys.
Except in the new Kanye projects, but carry on.
Well, we don't talk about that. I like that old Kanye. But, you know, that's tight, man. Like, let's take these wins. Like, that's beautiful that he has that.
Nah, yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, that's a big feat. So congratulations to that. And then in addition to that, you know, we got Days Before the Rodeo. They celebrated the 10-year anniversary a couple weeks ago, and now that album that got repurposed and resold is about 365 units in.
That's so crazy.
Like after the re-release, like, bro, I think that's the biggest hip hop release if those numbers stand by the time we get the Billboard numbers. But 365 off a 10-year project,
crazy.
That's fucking insane. So that goes back to everything you just said about Travis, his staying power, his willpower, his ear, his relevancy, his just ability to stay in the pocket of success and just being a fucking star. Like,
yeah.
ridiculous.
Fortnite. He doing Fortnite videos.
Yeah, McDonald's commercials, Nike sneakers.
His Nike's fire. Like, he's a game changer, bro. Like, he really is, man. He's shifted the way in which we perceive. He's almost not even I hate doing this because, you know, it's a slight when they say that, oh, he's not even hip. He's something hip-hop. He's something beyond that because, no, he's hip-hop. But he's changed how we view a hip-hop career. Like, people younger than him are seeing, like, I want to be in fashion and I want to, you know, do these collaborations. And, like, that Fortnite video he did was crazy. And now, like, that's kind of like the norm.
All right, shout out to Travis. Actually, I haven't streamed Days Before Rodeo since it came officially on streaming. I need to do that. He's had some excellent
You was on
albums.
vacation. You was in foreign countries.
Yeah, you wasn't. You deserve.
I was
the break.
only listening to Cleo Soul and Salt, like the whole trip. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
You deserve the break.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you was feeling spiritual.
Thank you.
This is why I don't say shit, like, because they make it a thing.
No, it's serious. That's a really nice thing that you said.
Okay,
It's like weird. You know, we come from the no days off culture still. So even when you're off, you feel like you have to know what's going on. I was like tuning into the group chat here and there just to, like, I was reading about like Yachty's whole like meltdown online. I was like, why am I reading this on vacation? So I had to mute y'all eventually. But I love y'all though. I appreciate y'all.
Get away from us.
Yeah, it's hard to not be.
You ain't missing shit.
It's hard to not be distracted, you know, but I'm happy to be back. Real quick, some more music we have to look forward to. The new Clipse album, we talked about that. It's supposed to be coming next year. So there was another little preview online that we saw from Pharrell. Did y'all listen?
I think that was from an Adidas thing or something like that. That clip that I don't think that's from the album.
Okay.
Somebody had told me like they had showed me a clip of like some kind of movie thing, but it wasn't from.
Okay, that's unfortunate.
But the project is finished. So recently, Push stopped by Ghetto Runways podcast and spoke on the new album, The Clipse, with his brother Malice. They're waiting on one feature.
He said big feature too, right? Didn't he like emphasize like, yo, this feature's crazy?
No, he just said one feature. But he like, the way he said it, it was like, it's gonna be one of them ones.
Listen, Rap Life review watchers and listeners, there is not something that is more in Lowkey's wheelhouse than a new Clipse album. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all now, Low can't wait. Like, if you could put
I'm
this
the only one, like,
veins,
you can't wait? You can't wait for a Clipse album?
Well, yes.
Okay, so don't isolate me, say we can't wait.
But some people, like, this is their thing. And you are the 1 percentile of people that is like, yo, this new Clipse album.
I'm not the 1 percentile. I'm the 1 percentile that's waiting for a J album. The Clipse album, like, I already know what the fuck that's gonna be. I already heard about 3 features on that album.
Hey, they did the Louis Vuitton runway. That was a Clipse song too, right? Like a few months ago.
No, that's not gonna be on the album.
Okay, but that was a Clipse song. Wasn't like the first Clipse song in a while.
Can you just get us a stream? Just get us a stream, please. I won't leak anything. I don't leak shit.
I'll talk to Pusha, but I got wind of about 3 or 4 features on that bitch. And listen. So you know what? Yeah, I'm in that 1 percentile. I am in that wheelhouse. That's very fucking excited about one of my favorite hip hop groups that's coming back to the forefront. Malice is coming back in full steam ahead. Pusha said on that podcast, he was like, "Yo, I have at least 10 albums in me right now, bro. This is my hip hop. This is my thing. This is where I shine. This is where I get enthusiastic. This is where I smile. This is where I act like Eddie, and I'm just cheering. I have no problem in the world. Give me a Clipse album right now. Give me 10 Pusha T projects right now. You will not ever see me grumpy again."
I love it. If I could deliver that for you, Lo, I would. I would absolutely do it. I don't even care about the features on this album. I'm sure they're going to be amazing.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's going to be excellent. I just don't even care. I would just listen to them. So anyway, we're all excited about this project.
Yeah.
Hopefully it comes at the top of next year, the first quarter or something. Don't make us wait too long, please. People are impatient around here.
Exactly.
Before we go, we do want to send our condolences to the family and friends of Fatman Scoop, legendary DJ and radio presence here in New York. Just recently, on the new Blast album, he was like on some of the tracks, like narrating. This is just a voice that I realized one of those voices you just grow up, it's like in your head. Yeah. Like you know his voice, you like hear it in your sleep kind of voice. So I was really sad to hear this. So he passed away last Friday. He was only 53 years old.
It's like you said, he's kind of the voice of like a generation of people. Even if you were familiar, even if you weren't all that necessarily familiar with Fatman Scoop and what he meant to specifically not only New York but also hip hop in general. I mean, you would hear him in movies, you would hear him in songs like that Faith Break that he did back in the day. Like my earliest going out, I was hearing that like $20 bills, get your hands up, like all that my whole life. And then You Got Served, the beginning of them dancing and all that. He was in Boondocks episodes. Missy and Sierra songs.
Yeah, I think that would be the most popular example, right? Like if you're not super familiar with Fatman Scoop, you didn't grow up like knowing his work, like Lose Control with Sierra and Missy, that was like a huge record. That's his voice. That's like the voice you always imagine, you know?
Yeah, before we go, just a message to, all my, my fellow brothers. Health is important, He died at 52 years old. I'm turning 42 today. So just understand that health is very, very key, especially like, when you're a DJ or you're active, out all night traveling, this, that, and the third. Just get those checkups and just make sure you take care of that because, dying at that age, it fucking sucks. And he still had a lot more to do, but he still gave us a lot. So to all my fellow brothers out there, just let's take care of our health. So rest in peace, Fatman Scoop.
Thanks, Lowkey. Rest in peace, our condolences. We appreciate you guys tuning into this episode of The Rap Life Review. If you want to chat with us a little, drop us some comments and we'll hit you back on next week's episode. For me, Nadeska, holding it down for Ebro, here with Lo and Eddie. Thank you for watching The Rap Life Review. What's good? Nadeska here. If you made it through that entire episode of The Rap Life Review, that means you're really a fan. Hit that like button so we know it's real. Subscribe if you never want to miss an episode. And of course, if you really have something to say, drop a comment and we'll hit you back on next week's episode.